Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Obviously I can't hear your response, but it's an opportunity to check in with yourself. How are you? I personally am suffering from crippling hay fever. If I had $1 for every time that I had sneezed, I would not be here in this live. But I love you guys and I am here, so we should get into it. We're going to keep things really simple today, really sort of stripping the practice back, nothing too creative or fancy, just really getting into the fundamental basics of the practice of yoga, just to practice sinking into the body, to listen to the language of the body, to fill ourselves with breath, to facilitate increased vitality and aliveness, of course with the end goal of making contact with that which is beyond ourself. It's yoga in a nutshell. Okay, please meet me in a comfortable seat on your mat. Some music for us. So sit either cross-legged or kneeling. Slide a prop underneath you. Feel the stability of your base as you close your eyes. And as the eyes settle, let the body settle. You might naturally want to take a deeper breath. Just let the body decide what it needs in this moment, a little more fidgeting or more breath. Maybe there's a little mental narrative, a little mindset shift here. And just to trust that you're here and you're in the right place. It's very hard to go beyond ourselves if we're stuck in negative loops. You see if you could find just a little shift in the mind here, perhaps gratitude or appreciation for this life, for this infinite universe and world, which goes beyond even our comprehension. And let that allow you to feel a little smaller, a little less significant in a way. When we recognize the depth, the expansiveness, this wild web of life, we realize that our individual problems are a little less significant than we might have thought. So if you haven't already, starting to breathe a little more deeply, in and out of the nose. Try to get a nice smooth consistency with your breath. No formal counting or breath practice today, so I really want you to take a little bit of autonomy with finding this breath within yourself. Just in and out of the nose. Slow and deep. Good. Just letting yourself sink into the practice, into the moment, let go of the week that's been. And as you next breathe in, please reach your arms towards the sky, take a big lift and lengthen out of your waist. Press the hips down as you reach the fingertips up. Notice the space between your individual ribs. Then we'll side bend over to the right. Right hand comes down. Use it as a kickstand to promote a nice deep side bend in that left side. Close your eyes. Visualize the space between your ribs widening. Reach those left fingertips a little more to the right. Good, and then use your core to come back and windmill or cartwheel the hands to the other side. Using that left hand as a kickstand to reach through the right fingers. Close your eyes, feel the spaces between the ribs. Your lungs expanding. the aliveness of the body. Good. Come back through the center, release the hands behind your back, interlace them together, roll the shoulders down. Compress the heart forwards. Might sort of roll the head or the neck just gently down onto the side. And then easily release the bind, roll any props out of the way and meet me on your hands and your knees. As you breathe in, take a cow pose. Let the spine arches, the tailbone lifts to the sky. Imagine like a dog you had a tail that was physically lifting up to the sky. And then as you breathe out, scoop that tail between your legs, press into the hands, drop your head. With cow pose as you breathe in, roll the creases of the elbows forwards, broaden the collarbones. And then exhale, rounding, scooping, squeezing. Good, one more like this, cow pose. That smooth, consistent breath, cat pose. Good, please come back to a neutral spine, walk your hands forwards and maybe slightly wider. As you let the shoulders open and the chest press down to the ground. Hips slide back, heart heavies down. Breathe. Feel what you feel. Lift the chest, slowly walk the hands back, sit the hips to your heels, arms reach back behind you, child's pose. Palms face up, shoulders relax down. Breathing. You might rock your weight from shin to shin, from hip to hip. Maybe the forehead rolls against the floor. Good, please re-reach the arms forwards. Rock up onto the hands, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Hands just a little wider than your shoulders. Pointer fingers parallel to the side edges of your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart, 1 to 2 fist width. Press the heels down to the ground as you pike the hips up to the sky, feel the backs of the legs lengthening. And then roll the outer lines of the shoulders down. Outer lines of the shoulders down, the upper back becomes more broad. Now breathe. Inhale, fill the belly. Out of the nose, exhale. Flatten your palms to the mat, breathe in. And breathe out. Rise up onto the tippy toes, slowly walk to the top of the mat. Catch a ragdoll here, hold your elbows. Head releases, knees are soft. Again, you might shift your weight from foot to foot. Breathing. Stay as you are, but interlace the hands behind your skull. The heaviness of the elbows draw down on the head and neck. Still breathing. Release the hands to your shins, halfway lift, roll those shoulders back, broaden the chest. And fold forwards. Let's roll to standing, arms are dangling. So you slowly unfurl your spine. Slowly, slowly. Notice how slowly I'm going. Eventually stacking the head, rolling the shoulders up and then down the back. Palms face forward, mountain pose. Close your eyes. There's a little engagement of the core in your mountain. Just a gentle scoop under of the tail. Top of the head reaches up as the shoulders soften down. Just be in the body here. Just let the body come alive through your awareness. Notice the beating of your heart. Reach the arms up. Soften your knees and fold forwards to the ground. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in, hands to the shins on the floor. And fold forwards. Please step the left foot to the back of the mat, slowly lowering the knee to the ground. Make sure the right heel is underneath the right knee bone as you rise the arms. I'm going to keep my back toes tucked today for stability. And then again, a little scoop under of the tail so that your lower back grows a little bit longer. You can, rather than lunging too far forwards today, pull back a little, find some stability, some balance in the pose as you reach up. Good, and then right hand holds the left wrist, let's side bend to the right. Just like we did right at the beginning, create space between the left ribs. Keep your core switched on here, pressing through the front foot, inhale. Deepen and exhale. One more like that, big breath. Good, come back through the middle, arms reach up as you breathe in. Circling back to the top of your mat as you breathe out. Runner's lunge, lift off the back knee, look forwards to pyramid pose, straighten through your front leg. You could grab blocks under your hands if your hamstrings prevent the hands from touching the floor. Alternatively, you could step the back foot in a little bit for stability. Take a little halfway lift. Right hip presses back somewhat. And then fold, right big toe down, presses to earth. Let's do one more like that, halfway lift, breathing in. Fold forwards and breathe out. And back up onto the ball with the front of the back foot rather, bend the front knee, step to down dog. And then roll yourself forward slowly like a wave. Plank pose. Tone the belly, press through your hands, breathe in. Soft knees to down dog as you breathe out. Please put your right leg, so the same leg back up towards the sky. Keep those hips square, toes point down. And then hug the right knee back to the chest. Step the foot behind your right wrist. Strong through your legs, close lunge. I'm going to find a little bend of my back knee here. I'm going to lengthen my legs a little bit more. Both of my hip bones point forwards. Nice to reach up into your hands. Breathing in. Let lunge a little more deeply as you breathe out. Start to press your left heel backwards as you bend your right knee forwards. Good, squeeze both of your glutes. And then lift out of the ground. Inhale. Circle the arms to the top of the mat as you exhale. Step your left foot forwards, halfway lift. And bow forwards and fold. Just feel the difference in the backs of your legs here. As you breathe. We'll roll up to standing again, super slowly. Super slowly. Giving the shoulders a big roll up and then down the back. Catch the mountain pose, close your eyes. Feel the body breathing. Notice that you're right here in this moment. You're not off in the future or back in the past, you're right here. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. Fold slowly and breathe out. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale to fold. You step your right foot now to the back of the mat. Lower the knee to the ground. Again, checking if that left ankle is underneath the knee as you rise your arms. I'm going to keep my back toes tucked here today just for stability. A little scoop under of the tailbone, lengthen the lower back as you reach up. Then we'll catch that side bend. Left hand holds right wrist as you go to the left. Do what you need to do here to create more space along the right side of your body. Sometimes it's nice to squeeze the right butt cheek and then curve like a banana, curve the body over to the left. Let's count this one down here from 3. Breathing deeply for 2. And 1, come back. Reach the hands high, inhale. Circle the arms to frame the front foot. Runner's lunge as the back knee lifts, pull the heart through. And then to pyramid pose, straighten through your left leg. Now that you have options in your pyramid pose, you might shorten the stance a little or use your blocks. And for some of us, pyramid pose can be a really tricky posture. If your arms are a lot shorter than your legs, you will definitely need blocks. If you do a lot of running or walking and your hamstrings are quite tight, or if they're just naturally tight, this will be quite hard for you to keep a bend in the front knee if that's the case. Let's take a little halfway lift, just do your best. Hips move back, heart moves forwards, and then fold. Good, we'll do one more halfway lift, breathing in. Press through left big toe down as you fold. Good, ball of the back foot and the front knee to down dog. Easy, easy step. And then from down dog, roll it forwards. Almost like that unfurling plank pose. Hands pressed, belly strong, legs squeeze, inhale. To downward facing dog as you exhale. Left leg, so same leg reaches back behind you. Good, keep the hips square to the ground. Press through your hands, and then knee slides to the nose. Step the foot behind your left wrist, and then rise your arms, crescent lunge, notice the glutes working. Then once you rise, in the crescent, front knee over front heel. I'm just noticing I need to lengthen my stance a little bit for that. Both hips pointing forwards. Physically look at the hips, or bring the hands to the hips. Notice if your elbows are off kilter. Turn the hips, elbows parallel to the top of the mat. Good, arms reach up, press the back heel back as you bend the front knee more fully. And then lift out of the ground here. Just everything working, everything comes alive in the pose. Breathing, breathing, both glutes are strong. Good. Very nice, guys. Circle your hands to the top of your mat. Step the right foot forwards, take a halfway lift. Oh, we love this one so much. And then fold, fold, fold over the legs. Good, please reach the arms to the sky as you inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. So you came up a little faster this time. And then reach the arms down, catch the mountain pose. Close the eyes. Feel the breath. Keeping it nice and simple here, just back to basics. Okay, please. Second and final round, arms reach up as you inhale. Fold forwards as you exhale. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knee down nice and slow. Rise the arms as you breathe in. Straight away, circle them back to the floor as you breathe out. Runner's lunge, back knee lifts as you inhale. To pyramid pose as you exhale. Halfway lift. And fold. Bend into the front knee. This time it's a three-legged dog. The right leg floats up and back. Bend in your down, hip open. Let the right hip open to the sky. And then slide the knee to the chest. Step the foot behind the right wrist. Crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Lengthen the stance a little if you need to. Feel the legs. Take a breath in to grow a little taller. And then it's to warrior two. You should just be able to see your big toe be on your right knee. Tone your core, get taller through the spine, and then squeeze your glutes in towards one another. Breathe. Embody the strength of a warrior. Good, flip your right palm, reverse. The legs don't move at all. Windmill your hands to the top of your mat. Ball of the back foot, step forwards, it's a halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Reach the arms up, so going a little faster to standing now. And then let's keep this momentum going as you slowly fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forwards. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Knee comes down, arms reach up as you inhale. Circle the shoulders down as you exhale. Runner's lunge. Pyramid pose. Take a halfway lift. Fold forwards. Bend the knee, three-legged dog. At the top, the hip will yawn open, squeeze that ankle to the butt, lift the hip, and then slide the knee to the wrist. Foot behind the wrist, crescent lunge, rise the arms. And then find and settle into the shape. Let the body speak to you here. Warrior two. Might need to shuffle the feet. Good. Front knee stacked over the ankle, back leg really, really strong. Lift through the spine. Core is gathering in. Feeling the strength of a warrior. But the softness of the air. And then flip and reverse, legs stay the same. It's all about the opening of the ribs. Windmill your hands to the top of your mat. Listen for the change. It's a downward facing dog now. Final down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come forwards onto your knees. Sit onto your heels so you can swing the legs around and forwards. Take a seated forward bend. Feet are stretching forwards, arms reach up, inhale. Fold forwards. Try to extend the center of the chest towards the center of your ankles. Notice how it is collapsing, but I'm keeping that chest nice and long. Breathing here. Flex the toes back. Just like pyramid pose, if you've got tight hamstrings, this might look a little different in your body than it does in mine, yeah? Close your eyes, just feel it, let it be what it is. Yoga Yoga also teaches us to find acceptance, to let go of our attachments to what we think we should be, and to be where we are. Okay, please slowly walk your hands out of the posture. Bend into your knees so that you can scoot your hips a little further forwards. Hold on to the shins as you roll onto your back. Knees are hugging in towards the chest. Rock and sway from side to side. Good. Keep a hold of the right knee as we send the left leg long. And then we'll twist the knee over to the left. Not much twisting in this practice. You might widen your arms out by your shoulders. Focus on the back of that right rib cage, twisting and opening. Breathing deeply. To get the full benefit of each posture, you need to breathe into it circumferentially. The whole body moves and breathes. And please roll back to the center. Left knee hugs in, right leg goes long. And then twist. I like to scooch my hips a little to the left. Might be a few clicks and cracks in your spine. Let it be all about breath. Good. Come back through the middle. Push both knees into the chest. Always ending in a symmetrical pose. Pull the knees, you might even lift the forehead up to the shins. And then you'll lay flat on your back for Shavasana, or you'll meet me in a seat for meditation. If you're laying down on your back, take your feet a little wider, palms face up. And just start to settle and you're fidgeting. Start to relax the skin of your forehead. If you're with me in the seat, you'll adjust your posture. Just notice how it is to slow down. Perhaps to just feel the spaciousness around you, spaciousness within you. To recognize how much bigger you are than you think you are. This same aliveness that pulses through your body. It's the same aliveness that pulses the universe into existence. To be separate from everything that's out here, this infinite, magical life, from yourself would be impossible. You are it. And it is you. So start to stretch out a little, awaken through the edges of the body, come back to your core. Of course, if you want to rest a little longer or continue with your seated meditation, then you're welcome to do that. And your time with me here. It's always such a pleasure to guide you guys.